Hey everyone, Lonnie here. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and this is where I talk about tech without the fluff, keeping it simple, smart, and straight to the point so you are one step ahead. So let's dive in.
These days, it feels like we're doing everything online, shopping, banking, working, and even socializing. And with that convenience comes the growing need to protect ourselves from digital threats. The internet has brought us a lot of good, but unfortunately it's also made it easier for scammers to take advantage of people. One of the more alarming tricks they're using right now involves fake software pretending to be trusted antivirus programs, especially ones that look like McAfee. These scams are getting more sophisticated and they're fooling a lot of people. And that's exactly why I'm making this video, to walk you through how these scams work, what to look out for, and most importantly, how to protect yourself. Let's break it down. Fake software isn't just some buggy app, it's a deliberate attempt to mislead you. It's created to look legitimate and trustworthy, often using sleek, professional looking interfaces and recognizable branding. But under the hood, it's designed to either spy on you, steal your personal information, or trick you into handing over money. You might think you're downloading a tool to clean your system or stop viruses, but in reality, you're opening the door to malware, data theft, and sometimes even full system takeovers. The scariest part? Some of this fake software is nearly indistinguishable from the real thing at first glance. That brings us to McAfee. It's one of the biggest names in the antivirus world. With decades of experience and millions of users worldwide, McAfee has built a solid reputation as a go-to solution for digital security, and scammers know this. They bank on that trust by creating fake McAfee software, emails, and pop-ups that look and sound just like the real deal. You might get a message that says your McAfee subscription has expired, complete with a countdown timer, an urgent tone, and a button that says renew now. But that button could lead you straight to a dangerous download or a phishing page that asks for your credit card details. By copying McAfee's branding and communication style, scammers can easily exploit that sense of familiarity and urgency. These scams show up in all sorts of ways. Phishing emails are probably the most common, those ones that land in your inbox out of the blue, claiming to be from McAfee or some other known brand. They'll use official looking logos and layouts, and the language they use is carefully crafted to make you panic or act quickly. Another tactic is using fake websites that are nearly identical to McAfee's real site. The URL might be off by just one letter, or use a different domain like .net instead of .com. On top of that, scammers also use paid ads, social media links, and even tech support scams, where they pretend to help you fix a problem but instead guide you into installing malware disguised as antivirus software. Now let's talk about how to spot this stuff before it gets dangerous. And there are usually some subtle but telling signs. For example, if the software interface has spelling or grammar mistakes, that's often a giveaway. Real trusted brands invest heavily in their user experience and rarely make sloppy errors. Also, be cautious if you're getting pop-up alerts about viruses you've never heard of, especially if they demand you act immediately or buy something right away. Another red flag is when software asks for unusually sensitive info like your full credit card number or personal documents right after installation. Here's a good tip. Always download security software from the official McAfee website or a certified distributor, never from random links, pop-ups, or third-party app stores. If you're ever unsure whether a program or alert is real, take a moment to Google it. Look for recent reviews or warnings. There are entire communities online like Reddit, Trustpilot, or tech forums where people share their experiences with fake software. If something's sketchy, chances are someone else has already flagged it. Real antivirus software typically has tons of legitimate reviews and support content. Fake versions, not so much. Protecting yourself from these scams comes down to staying alert and having good digital habits. First, make sure you're using real, trusted antivirus software. And yes, that means keeping it updated regularly. Updates aren't just about new features, they often patch security holes that scammers try to exploit. Also, take a second to hover over links before clicking. If an email says it's from McAfee, but the link sends you to a weird unrelated site, that's a big red flag. Never download attachments or software from unknown sources, and don't be afraid to double check something that feels off. A quick call to the real company support line or a Google search could save you a lot of trouble. So to wrap it all up, yes, these scams are out there, and yes, they're getting more convincing. But the good news is that once you know how they work, you're much less likely to fall for them. I've talked about how scammers disguise fake software as trusted programs like McAfee, how they use emails, fake websites, and urgency to trick you, and what steps you can take to spot and avoid these traps.
If you found value in this, go ahead and give it a like, hit that subscribe button, and share it with anyone you think might need it. Thanks for sticking around to the end, and I'll see you in the next one.